It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On third down, Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
At the 11-yard line.
Ready, 59, 59, 61, match back, right, switch. Watch the safety creep.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson got a man. It's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Bang, 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 bang. Check 43. 45's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
That's what I do. Hey, check back.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Freeman, not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Ingram on first and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on second and 5.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, let's get in them holes. Check 24, check 24. Deuce.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he'll lay out run and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. On first down, it's Freeman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 26. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
59. Here we go, D. Check, 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 check 3, check 3. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 59 Mike, 59 Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got to look. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Watch the pass. Check. Fresno.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments. Or
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Jackson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Ready. 280. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Watch tight end. Out. 3
From the gun, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Ryan now off the bootleg. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Check. Ready. Check. 48's the money. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To throw is Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Point after here coming up.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The end result, 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump at him.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jack Crawford never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. From the gun, it's Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson flush to his right. Touchdown, Ravens. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
He's crashing. Run. Check the crash.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Safety's creeping.
Jackson throwing again. Snead's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Freeman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Falcons take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Run it. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Check. Cross.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. To throw again on second down, Jackson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So that's going to move him half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on second and goal.
49. Check 49.
Quick dad.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken very short. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Ready, Blue
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play that? And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his left. He'll try fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, Tuesday.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. So we've hit intermission.